Hey guys, we're finally on X, so smash that follow button at Cartier Family, eating with the Z, for your daily dose of content. From video clips to exclusive behind the scenes stuff that we can't even post on YouTube. We'll be posting about politics, just random viral funny stuff, and sports, you name it.
Judges will decide if Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis should be disqualified. The appeal stems from a March ruling that allowed Willis to remain on the case if Nathan Wade resigned. Right now, it is still unclear when a ruling would be handed down following the hearing. We did reach out to Willis's office for a comment. We're still waiting to hear back.
They're trying to be contrarians. They're trying to show, oh, well, you know, we don't really sort of play this one side. Well, there's only one side to truth. There's only one side to being right. All right. It's not like Donald when he said, well, you know, when he was talking about the Nazis in Charlottesville marching, well, there's good people on both sides. No, there's not. All right. It's the same thing. Melber's an idiot. So is Ellie Honig. By the way, how do you know that Ellie Honig is an idiot? How do you know that he's wrong? Because Donald Trump was held accountable and guilty on 34 counts, despite all of Honig said, well, I wouldn't be shocked if it's an acquittal. He goes, you know, I never liked this case at all. They never should have brought it. It's a weak case. And you really aren't going to be able to put the misdemeanor into the federal crime. I've never heard of anything like that. That's because he was a shit lawyer all along.
So, Glenn, we've got a big update in Fulton County, Georgia, where we are still awaiting any mention of a trial date, but it seems like we got a little closer to getting something of an answer here. So can you walk us through what just happened in Georgia?
It's an answer, but it's not a particularly good answer for those of us who are waiting for full accountability to come to Donald Trump, because, Brian, it now looks like there is almost no chance Donald Trump will be forced to go to trial in the RICO prosecution brought against him by DA Fani Willis before the November election. That is because the Court of Appeals down in Georgia just set an oral argument date for Donald Trump to appeal Judge McAfee's decision that DA Willis is not recused from the case. She can continue to head up the prosecution of Donald Trump and all of his criminal associates, his co-conspirators, his co-defendants like Mark Meadows and Rudy Giuliani, Jeffrey Clark, John Eastman, and the rest of them. That argument has now been set for, I believe, the first week in October. And what that means is there's really no hope that Fani Willis would be in a position to begin the RICO trial against Donald Trump before the November election rolls around. That's not particularly good news. It's also not especially surprising news.
At first, it sounded like he was
That's
saying,
what he wanted. What he was explaining is what they wanted. That's the situation they wanted. But that they have to get that in October, I guess, after.
But what kind of crazy is that Trump did this a long time ago.
That's what I'm saying. So they were basically...
And Fani kind of basically just did the same thing with the dude. But it's worse.
with the hush money, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, literally. That's what
It's
I never
literally
thought about
kinda
it
the
like
same
that.
thing.
It's literally the same thing.
Actually,
Bro,
it's
that's
worse
crazy,
because it was
bro.
taxpayer dollars.
Yes.
Affects the people who...
His does not affect.
one was on taxpayer dollars. One was...
His own personal
man's
bread.
own money.
Just don't tell him.
But they say it was part of the campaign.
He could have put that money right back in there.
Wow.
Is it actually just too soon to know what the impact of this verdict really is on the 2024 presidential outcome?
No, it's soon enough to know that it's not going to significantly alter the results at this moment. Then, in fact, the two presidential debates are going to be more important, that the gains that Trump had made among union members, Hispanics, young African-American men are significant and they're holding, that Biden's gains among middle-aged female suburban voters, those are holding. And basically, this feels more like World War I. That is just simply a ground game. It's a war of attrition. And there simply isn't that big dramatic event that most people had expected if Donald Trump was and has been found guilty on all charges. And that's what I need to emphasize. The assumption was 90 days ago that if Donald Trump was found guilty, the bottom would drop out of his support. And that has not happened.
Not at all.
It's not. The battle of attrition, it makes sense. Who could keep the most now at this point? Yeah. And
Because people see through it. The American people are not dumb, bro.
They think the American people
Bro,
are dumb.
They think they can just trick people.
If Trump get away with this, they probably got something up their sleeves still. We still,
I don't think they can have anything.
bro.
They're gonna have something.
They
Don't kid
we
yourself.
We cannot count them out at this point.
Don't
We
kid
found
yourself.
out they
when do we
put
have
a
some
virus on the
vaccine?
American people at this point, so we can't count them out. We can't count them out at all.
They trying to hand this over to
So we gonna
somebody.
lose no matter what.
Yeah, looking like it. Yeah, I want to save America, but
I don't think.
man, hey,
I feel like we got some tricks.
what
up
they doing
our
to
too.
Trump, man? Hey, man, I don't even know if we can save America no more. Yeah, I kind of
It's-
got some doubt, man.
It's
I
embedded into the
I do
system.
want to see what Dr.
Kind of
Phil-
got some doubt, y'all.
I want to see what he has to say.
This
about
weaponization of our great institutions, the FBI, Justice Department, and individual states' similar institutions, will lead to one of two outcomes. One is more of the same from the other side, tit for tat. That may seem deserved, but it is not the right way forward for America. The other is what I call on you to demand from your politicians today, an end to this craziness in order to save the soul and sanity of our country.
He need to run,
The
man.
Pope has actually given us the right approach in his new book when he says, we are all brothers and sisters, and there must be no resentment among us. For any war to truly end, forgiveness is necessary. That is true of any war, including our current cultural war. We need our Justice Department to return to the business of meting out justice and not running the political agendas of those currently in power, blindly seeking convictions, warranted or otherwise, and attacking political
He
opponents.
preaching.
Facts.
That requires a very few important
Smart
things
dude.
from each of you, from all of us. Finding your voice, forgiveness, and focus on the way forward. Forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Amen.
Forgiveness, and at the same time requiring better. We are not some banana republic, for God's sakes. What are we going to do next? Have a Putin poisoning posse and start finding political opponents foaming at the mouth at home, not so mysteriously dying in
They
their
probably
lazy boy
already doing that.
recliners? We're better than that. We must be better than that. I don't like what I see happening in our country. This kind of thing is exactly why I launched Merit Street Media and wrote, We've Got Issues. I don't like seeing the weaponization of our justice system, agencies, and powerful government actions that, frankly, just make my skin crawl for all of us and for my grandchildren. And let's be honest, this is so not just about Trump. If you let your hatred for Donald Trump compromise your ability to find true north on your moral compass, shame on you. If you let your disgust for Biden make you blind to the inevitable consequences of pursuing revenge, then God help the children who will inherit the dystopian nightmare we create.
Hey, chill out,
Damn.
Dr. Phil.
We need
to vote for
leaders
him.
who will pledge to end this vicious cycle right now and return us to that safe place where our institutions are no longer bastardized and weaponized, but rather simply serve their intended purpose.
Damn.
We have serious problems to solve, and it will take serious people to solve them. Men and women who we hold accountable for doing that which they were selected or hired to do. They need to know we are watching, and their positions are privileges, not legacies. They work for us until they don't.
Damn.
I'm not into politics. I claim no expertise, nor do I seek any. I don't advocate voting for one candidate over another. I stay in my lane addressing human behavior collectively, culturally, and am focused on how we can have maximum control in our lives and turn this ship of state called America in the right direction and get her back on track so we can be proud. That's my mission, and this is a call to action to save our collective soul and sanity. This is also a call to redemption, healing, and forgiveness that leads to peace among us all, which is the most important gift we can share in our dangerous world. The current administration could and should do the right thing. Dismiss now, even now, post-conviction of a political opponent, all such lawfare, and pledge to return to the normal functioning of a government rightly run. God bless you all, and God bless these United States of America.
Damn.
God damn you, Dr.
He was cooking.
He made me feel scared a little bit, man.
He was beyond cooking.
You couldn't say it better than that.
That was
No,
literally
facts.
everything.
That was
Can't say it,
amazing.
but that sums it all up.
That was
I
very.
want to vote for him now. Shit.
That was
That was very well said by Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil Sharon.
woo.
That's
up there.
You get him and Vivek on the ticket.
Woo, that was up there. I ain't gonna lie. That gave me the chills a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
I
It
enjoyed
is
it.
very much.
He
getting
didn't
mad.
even pick a side. He even said that they're weaponizing the justice system.
For sure.
We already live in
You
an
can
evil
see it.
world. The fact that y'all are doing more evil is just.
But the fact that someone who's non-political and has no agenda and does not gain anything from either side says that they are weaponizing the justice system, he's had the show for how many
He's had a show like
How
my
can
whole life.
regular-
He's like
90s.
20 years older than us,
since
right?
the 99.
Is
I
it
think like
older than us?
99 or 2000 or something.
I thought it was
He said it
older.
on. I think it was like around 2099. One of
It
those.
wasn't like as long as Oprah.
It's like long. But
Bro,
anyways,
we have done probably over 600, thousands of clips.
that was
Has
the
it
best
been
clip I've ever seen.
It's up there.
That was the best clip I've
Has it
ever
been a
seen.
good
That was one of
Democrat
the
clip?
best.
Has it been a good
But this
Democrat
is not
clip,
neither.
bro?
This is just like this is not.
I don't
either
think this
one
is
side
a
or another.
political clip.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're
This
picking-
is the
you're
best-
putting this on the
this-
Republican side. I don't think this is that.
This is
Yeah,
an
yeah,
American.
he-
clip. This is an American.
I don't think this
clip,
is
bro.
that. I don't
He
think
said this is a banana Republic against that. That's what he kind of said.
So
He
is
said
he not
don't-
going against Biden?
He said, "Don't let
He
your
said-
hate
he
for
said
Trump
don't
or your
either way.
disgust for Biden
Yeah, he said
blind
either way.
you."
He just it's
See,
just
y'all,
like
you letting your disgust for Biden blind you. He said, "Don't do that."
the main thing is we need to come together.
Well, my
I know what-
disgust of Biden is pretty bad morally for a lot of
but
people.
we got to come together. That's
Yeah,
the
bro,
main
that's what he
thing.
said. That was the main thing. Y'all
That
missed
was
the
the
main
main
point.
idea.
Yeah, come
Y'all
together
missed the
and
main
get
point.
on Republican stances.
All right, here you
Nah,
go.
see, now
You
you
see,
What good Democrat stance we gonna get together?
I'm just
and do?
saying,
It doesn't
that's
matter,
what-
bro.
You can't fight
It
about
really
it.
doesn't
That's
matter.
what I'm saying.
It's
So
not
that's
about
what
what he's
I'm
saying.
saying. You missed the message.
Yeah, you missed the message,
He missed
bro.
the message.
Y'all
I
missed
get
it.
the message.
No,
Watch the
you
4
didn't,
minutes
bro.
again.
You didn't, bro. You spinning his words and
But-
shit.
My question: how can we see eye to eye?
I'm just saying.
with the
We're not
stuff
gonna
that's
see eye
going
to eye,
on.
bro.
No, you can't.
Not
But you
gonna
can
see
still
that.
find a way. You can,
Yeah,
we
you
said
can find a
earlier,
reasonable
you can live in
solution.
peace without agreeing with everything.
I'm sorry, bro. They really trying to put men in women's sports. How we
It's-
gonna
it's not a
sit? How we
solution.
gonna how we
You
gonna
don't
find a
have to
middle
agree with it.
solution?
You can deny that, but still be at peace with someone.
Yeah, facts.
They're putting this in
That's what he's
laws.
just saying.
It's
That's all-
different.
Yeah, I get
Y'all
what
don't
he's trying to
understand
say.
what
He
he's
could.
saying.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
are not
It's not
understanding.
about
Basically-
it's not about the
I don't.
way you think should be ran.
I really don't think he said that
It's
at
about
all.
the way we treat each other and
For sure.
not
He's-
coming
he's-
together
he-
and having peace as Americans.
Facts, and he also said we all need to be collectively on both sides against the weaponization of our justice system,
Yes.
against political opponents that we don't
Yes.
agree with, because that is a problem for all of us.
Politics just start dying. People start dying like in Russia. Like the politician, just because you don't agree. What if the person you vote for and then someone comes and kills them? 'cause they don't
Facts.
agree with
If they
them? See what
continue
I'm
to
saying?
weaponize the
That's
justice
how
system,
y'all don't come together.
that's bad for everybody. That's bad for everybody.
You can disagree at peace and just vote. Like that's how it's supposed to be. But when we start crossing lines, like using the justice system or killing people to push your agenda,
That's
you
a
know,
problem. That's extreme.
And we're starting to go that direction.
That's extremism.
Is what he's saying.
We're starting to go down
we
that
kinda-
road.
we
We
had
have
that
opened up.
problem.
We have opened up a can of worms that's bad for everyone,
that can of
regardless
worms
of what
already
your
been
political
kinda open
affiliation.
already,
Well, it's
though.
not
Yeah,
good.
that's literally what he's saying. We all need to be collectively against that, brother.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You talking about Republican stances and whatnot? I ain't get that at all.
No, I didn't. I mean, you know,
I ain't say
I
that.
didn't get that at all.
but if you want to do what's right,
All right, bro.
But to them, that's not.
Yeah, facts. So like,
So what's right?
they're never gonna agree with
That's
that.
what's right is living in peace, and even though y'all don't agree on certain
Some
things,
people say peace ain't right.
are we supposed to be
Well,
okay
that's
with
the
what they're
problem.
trying to do?
Bro, hey, everyone has
But you
their
don't-
own things,
right, you don't have
their
to
own
agree
version
with
of
it,
right and wrong.
But you can still live in peace, is what he is saying. You don't think you can live in peace?
Everyone has their own version of right and wrong.
Definitely
Y'all
rigging
don't see-
our
y'all don't see what he's
election.
saying?
I don't understand how
see
y'all
what
don't
he's
see what he's
saying. I
saying.
definitely see what he's saying. I understand rigging the election and all that. That's yes, but that's way too far. But I mean, they're doing stuff beyond that, bro.
But what can you do to help that?
Vote.
Vote red.
My point. So you just vote and disagree, you know?
You know,
We're at the end of the day.
I feel like
We're at the end of the day, whether we agree on right and wrong, right and left. I mean, we're all one
Americans.
people. Yeah,
He
we're
was
all
the-
one
He was
people.
the first person that said that. I stole that from him when I was on that podcast that day with y'all. I just wanted to let y'all know. Because he was the one who said that. He was like, man, we forget about the stuff that we agree about. We all got to be Americans at the end of the day.
Facts.
He was the one who said that. So I was like, yeah, that's a good point.
Facts.
yeah, bro.
But even though it's clear to me, I would say he does lean one way, but he makes it to where it's like he doesn't demonize the other side.
And I think that's
Then that's important to do.
That's very important to do.
But I feel like if we think we're gonna get there, then that's kind of delusion.
All right,
Like
bro.
what? Well, I mean,
We're
it's never
gonna-
going to be
you guys are talking about social issues. We're talking about the literal weaponization of the justice system.
No, we all
how
agree
that's bad for everybody. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Y'all talking about social issues and shit. Like
y'all know we agree.
we know what side we stand on that fence.
Yes.
We're not talking about that at all. He's talking about the weaponization of the justice system to persecute political opponents, to push an agenda. That is a problem.
That's a big problem.
That affects everybody.
Yes.
We don't want our children to grow up in that world.
Because
We shouldn't
you know
allow
what
that
he
to
could also be
continue.
talking about?
Bottom line.
He could be talking about the Trump thing, but he could also be talking about the election thing, like from the first time. Like that's a broad thing. He said there's a
So
lot
what do
of
we do to fix that?
Hey,
vote
brother.
and come in peace. Vote. And what else do you do?
At the end of the day,
But we
Vote,
gotta
we
live
vote
in peace.
one way.
at the end
But
of the
he's not
day,
pushing a
bro.
agenda to vote one
At the
way.
end of the day, he's
That's what we're
saying,
saying.
So who he voting for,
At
bro?
the end of the day, bro.
I know what he's
bro.
gonna
At the
do.
end of the day, he's saying the weaponization of the justice system against political
Yes.
opponents is
We're not
bad,
saying-
and everybody on
Yes.
both sides
No,
of
we're
the
both
fence
sides.
should say
Yes.
that is bad.
Yes.
Stop talking about,
Yes.
we should do this and that. No, that's not what he said,
He
brother.
wasn't trying to, because that's the whole
All
point.
he said-
he wasn't trying to funnel people one way. He was just trying to,
No, literally. All he said was the weaponization against political opponents that we don't agree with is wrong.
Yes.
Bottom line.
Yes.
What on either side you stand
and
on.
what side took it that far?
Oh my God.
They could probably come up with examples in their eyes what the
Facts.
right has done.
Facts.
They
I mean, like
have
it,
examples
literally, we.
in their eyes, and then they can say, that's the problem. Who's right? I'm right. You're right. I'm right. You're right. If neither of them's gonna admit the other person, then you're wasting your breath. You see? So that's why it's better to just live in peace and disagree and vote how you vote.
Yeah, he said we shouldn't allow this lawfare to continue, and we should pledge to return to a normal functioning government.
Yeah, but
Exactly. And that's exactly what that is.
And that's where we should leave it at that.
It's gonna be hard, man.
All right, brother.
Same.
All right, brother. We get
But see,
it.
that's the problem, though.
We
on
get it.
both
They gonna
sides.
people
'Cause
put
they feel
laws
like they
and
right,
stuff that's
and we feel like we
physically
right.
Yes,
in
bro.
there, so-
Lawfare. He said that lawfare is wrong.
You saying? I'm saying I know it's wrong, brother, but
All
it's
right,
gonna continue
brother.
to happen.
All right.
So what do
brother.
you do?
What do we
We
do?
can't do nothing.
So just lose. That's what I said earlier. So
We
just
can't do
lose.
nothing. Even if you vote.
So then we wasted our breath.
Then you gonna
out
still
here
have the same
every day.
person.
Facts.
Still
Then we
gonna
out
do
here
the
wasting our breath
same
every
thing.
day. We gonna lose no matter what.
Yeah, you guys are demonizing the other side. I think it's all bad on either
can't.
side. Like,
Yeah.
it's
I'm gonna
and-
demonize the shit out the liberals.
all right, bro. And then
Nigga, they put a demon in the Capitol.
And
I
that-
just ain't took this shit too far.
They probably let that shit happen. There's probably Republicans who let
And
that
they
shit
put a
happen.
demon in the Capitol. I ain't going for that shit. Vote red. Dr. Phil know what he vote, goddammit.
Yeah,
I
they
know what
were-
he was trying to say. Vote red, goddammit. I don't give a damn. Y'all ain't finna affect my daughter and my family with the immigrants on the book, all types of shit.
Nah, I feel
Coming from my children and shit, man. Hell no.
These
I do
separate
get the
issues.
point, though.
They separate issues.
No, I get it. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
separate
But
issues.
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
It's separate issues.
If this continues,
Banana
I swear to
Republic.
God, if the liberals get in their goddamn office,
What you
I'm gonna
gonna
be
do?
more than pissed off.
You go.
We need to do something about it.
See, that's the.
That's the-
That
Don't
sounds
say that.
crazy.
I know,
Say
that's
that.
the problem.
Sound
That's
like
the
jelly
problem.
beans.
But I don't want it to. Why can't we
Because
all?
they feel, what happens when they feel that way?
So y'all just. Oh, so
And then
then-
they do the thing. See, you see? That's why it's not good either
That's the
way.
difference, though,
That's
right?
what he's saying.
That's the difference,
That's what
though.
he's saying. You pause. Because
Okay,
what if they feel that way?
right,
And then they
right.
come. And then
But
what do we do then?
look.
You see? That's why you can't do that either way.
That's it. They think they're right, but I think I'm right.
Exactly.
So,
That's
you're
what-
right,
that's what
you're
you
right. So y'all want to go to the Hunger Games? I don't.
don't
Who's
even-
ready?
Nigga, I don't want to go to heaven. Who wants to go to the Hunger
I want to
Games?
go to heaven.
I don't think
Weird
anybody
things.
wants to go to the
Come on.
Hunger Games. Well, I mean, I think they think that that's being accepting of other people. Obviously, we have different ideas of what's right and wrong, but we can all agree. Something that we should all agree on is that the unlawful weaponization of the justice system to
Yes.
persecute
Y'all right.
political
That was that
opponents.
video about.
Yes.
Yes.
All
This
right.
was that video was about.
Yes.
All right,
That's it.
and
I got
that's where we draw
But
the
then I
line.
also got vote red. Goddammit.
All right.
We out of here.